Alright, here we go. For once, things loaded really fast for me. There we are. Okay. Sound looks good on the sound bars, so it should be fine. Right, so this is a horror game and it's not intended for all audiences. I also saw that Twitch has like a sort of mature game warning on it, so okay. Okay. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasion has caused motion sickness in players. I'm curious if that affects me. We'll see. We'll leave it in for now. Hey everyone. Hi. Bea, Plito, Mothchan. There's like... Some games have this head bobbing thing when you are in first person. That kind of has made me have motion sickness in the past. I don't know if this parallax will do the same though, because it seems something different, but we'll see. You are on time. Oh, okay. Hey, Clinton. My stream got automatically flagged as mature content. Yeah, I saw that when I picked the game. So we're all adults here, okay? So I hope we're fine. Hey, cutie. Hi. Hey, Zeku. Oh, wow, everyone's here. Oh, God, the pressure. Right, and the next thing says, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, oh God, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Oh, okay. Oh, please don't give me any advice. I don't want to know how bad I'm doing, okay? It's fine. Oh, I realized that I left, unfortunately, the Steam overlay on, but I hope it doesn't, like, bother us much. Okay. Yes, I will upload it. Right, so just let me preface this by the fact that I don't know much about it aside from what was in the Steam trailer. That's all I watched. And all that you guys mentioned in the Discord. I also am the kind of person who's an idiot to a fault. I just, you know, think things through mostly with my heart and with my brain. And to be honest, I don't have the desire to slay anyone, if that can be avoided. So, let's see where that goes. Don't worry, there are only wrong choices. Oh god. Oh god, okay. The hero and the princess. I'm already sweating, I'm already overheating.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Right, so I saw a little bit of this because I loaded the game just to see what it looks like so I can make the overlay. And I can tell that this is the parallax effect that we were talking about. This seems fine to me. Like, it's a very cool effect, and I hope nothing bad comes of it because I would want to keep it. Okay.
You're here to slay her.
Yeah, alright.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What do you mean by end of the world? That's a little bit... okay. Right, so, the end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kinda bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. I'll pick this. Roll the credits. Goodbye guys, this has been the stream. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Ooh, a nihilistic one, okay. I think I want to ask what does that mean, although I don't expect an answer. But yeah, you're telling me kill the princess, otherwise the world ends. What do you mean the world ends?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a person determine that? Okay, right. Yeah, this is the first thing that came to mind. Okay, so how can a person locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. This is also a good contender. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Okay, so this is similar as before. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? And do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, I see where that one is going. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Wow, so many choices. Jesus Christ. Hey, Bancho, none. We barely made like 1 or 2 choices. I just started this. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Yeah, I do want to, because this was my first thought. So how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Who is all? Do you have any evidence? Have you considered, okay, the reason? Killing princess is kind of... yeah, do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'm not convinced. What do I say? I don't want to say these. That's fine. I'm here. Sure, I'll deal with it. I'm not in this state of mind, to be honest. I'll ask this though.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Okay, you deflected. Okay, great. I'm with the narrator. Why is the executioner trying to be a judge? I just...
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
But then if she's locked up, maybe then the world won't end.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
If she leaves, the world ends.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I don't know. I don't really like any of these. But to be honest, like, what options do I have? Time to slay some royalty. Oh god. It's the name of the game. Oh lord. What if I ask this? Don't particularly feel it, but what if I say this?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Okay. Peer pressured into crime by a voice in your head. Oh god. That's the princess? Yeah, I don't know, Bancho. Good question. Yeah, I'll say this one.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But
yeah.
A word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I can't just go and kill someone just because someone else told me to. Both parties, which I do not know.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Ugh, no pressure.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I will likely get everyone
You
killed.
make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, so I get another voice, the hero. Okay. My only one choice, proceed to the cabin. Alright. Fuck.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
My implement. Okay. I mean, I also do not want to go in there completely unprepared and unarmed if she is indeed dangerous in some capacity, but oh god. This feels so bad. Perform a pristine cut with the implement. That's so good. I guess I will take it, but oh god.
You take the blade from the table.
Oh.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Oh, my cursor has changed now. I have a blade in. Okay. Okay. Enter the basement. Oh god.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I thought she is imprisoned there, not living there. But okay. Surely having a blade in your hand will be conducive to a fruitful discussion with the prisoner. Yeah, okay, I understand that perspective too, but I don't want to be like the most gullible and stupid of people who goes into this kind of unknown situation without at least having some sort of backup plan. I don't know what the game is gonna make me do now that I did pick the knife, but okay.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Yeah.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
What if what you're telling me is all part of the manipulation? Soundtrack is subtle but very nice. Yeah, it's nice. So, we have the following options. Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs. Fuck. Just checking in.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Oh yeah, so I hadn't gotten to this part. I didn't realize that I'm actually covering up her text if everything is up here. Is that bothersome, or the fact that like the lines are voiced is okay? Because gosh darn, where do I put everything on the screen?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying, that I am blocking the text, I know. Closer into the corner. Yeah, but the idea was to have it, like... The chat also obstructs the text, you know. Okay. Maybe then let's try something like this. Does this work if I do it? Let's see. I don't know. Moving this in real time is not really my forte. Yeah. Something like this. Let's see. Is it just me, or does the princess look a little too cute to slay? I wouldn't go on cuteness, to be honest. But we'll see. All of the text is voiced, yes, but some people have a problem with not also seeing it. So slay has multiple meanings. Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you mean? You mean it literally? Also, is the end of the world literal? What is the meaning with all that? I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Options. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward. I guess I'll say I'm here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it. Tighten your grip. Why do I have to drop it? Why can't I just, like, put it away or something? Completely dropping it away from my person, it's kind of like, I don't know. There's a middle ground, I feel. Drop it or tighten your grip. I don't know her. I don't want to drop it. I also don't necessarily have bad intentions, but I guess everything is telegraphed to me, either holding or not holding the knife. Black and white. Okay, fine. Fine. I don't like it though. I don't like either of them.
Trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Oh god.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess.
Bad ending.
Unarmed.
Yeah, but like they just really gave me two extreme options there.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship, are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. She's open to relationship? I'm not really gonna take the word relationship in that way. Let's date her. Oh god, no. I will ask this.
Don't just tell her that.
Why?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
The way she replies, the way she speaks, doesn't inspire much confidence, I will give it that.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I don't want to ask this. I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. I wouldn't say that. Remain silent. Let's just say this one. I was hoping you'd tell me. I want to hear her out, I guess.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
She's playing her cards right. I don't know, because her argument about trust doesn't really reach me, because how can you have trust between two people who've never met each other? That's I don't think trust is the right word there. Okay, so what options do we have? We still have the relationship one. How would I get you out of here? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Okay, we've talked enough. That's why she said it is blind trust. Yeah. I would want to know more about the situation, so I guess I could ask this one.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Well, I cannot get the straight answer out of you either, Mr. Narrator, so like you're not that much different. Sure, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
From a game theory perspective, blind trust and forgiveness is what wins in the long run. I don't really want to jump into how would I get you out of here necessarily. I would really want to talk more, but they don't really give me that option. And I don't want to do this. This is no. I bet the anti-monarchy theme comes from Disco Elysium. I don't know. Queen. Sure, let's ask this maybe.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Uh-huh.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
It has explore text, so it isn't an action. Yeah, the explore, I guess, continues the dialogue as far as I can tell so far.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
What do you think she's suggesting? How can you use a knife to do that? Get her out, I don't know. Cut her arm off. Yeah, that's also another thing that I was thinking of, but really. I guess I'll pick this too just to see what it says.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
So we have Slay the Princess. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. I don't really have much to go on to actually getting her out of there, so... This? I don't know.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon...
The game isn't called Examine the Chains. If you don't wish by the way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Okay, her text has changed. Why?
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you don't inspire much confidence, lady. Red true. Yeah.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Why? How can anyone make a choice with this? What? Red equals evil. Now we know she didn't lie. Oh, God. I don't know what to say, because I feel like exploring things a little bit more, and at the same time making these choices over and over. I also feel like a damn boring person, just constantly on the fence, not able to decide, trying to be Switzerland.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins.
Yeah, I stopped working, yeah.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Oh
You
gosh.
turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
Oh, I have my knife again.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
So we have two options: sticking to the plan and locking her down, and being relieved for not already committing to, or like, yeah, not already committing to knocking. Can no longer decide to free her? It seems not. And to be fair, she does not inspire confidence, but I don't know, that's a little bit... She threatened you, it is a self-defense now. Yeah, I'm curious about the whole... wait, I think we can see the previous things. Yes. It won't be long before she slips the chains. So then why does she need my help? That is actually a fair point. And once she's out, there will be hell to pay for leaving her behind. If she's completely innocent and not a threat, why would there be hell to pay? Right, so there's something off about her as well, but that doesn't mean just because there's something off about a person, it's justified for me to murder them. I think Nezu might be evil and about God. I mean, we can explore different outcomes, right? That's the whole point. Because I don't know anything about the whole thing. Like, my gut instinct is always to just be prudent and not jump to extreme conclusions. So for now, I guess I'll just say this because I don't feel this. I really don't. I'm sorry.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
I'm here for the emotional roller coaster. Oh God.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Every choice is wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
How are you banging on the door now?
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
We should have tightened the grip.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep. I'll say this. I'm curious what her reaction is.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
How did I help?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Yikes. That's creepy.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe
Oh God.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
Might be.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Good night, everyone. This has been the stream. Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Oh, okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a
Starts
cabin.
again.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again. Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. Can I turn around and leave? That would be funny.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Okay, more gaslighting, thank you. I think the slay her case has been made fairly well.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
He, with a capital H, okay.
Shh. What if he hears us?
Voice of the paranoid, oh
That's a
god.
very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Okay, this is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened. Procedure camera turn on and leave. I'll
We
say
could
this.
go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Yes.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us?
What if your actions made her evil because you didn't trust her? If someone who is nice and good and dandy and everything gets upset because someone they just met doesn't blindly trust them, then I don't think they're that nice to begin with, you know. But okay.
Obviously, I want you to
That
slay
seems to be the
her.
case, right?
One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't.
Like, that seems to be the direction she's trying to push things into. If you show me blind trust, everything will be fine.
Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. It sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I don't know, maybe it's like a ReZero kind of thing.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Why? Why am I the only one? Let's talk about this princess. Proceed to the cabin, turn around and leave. Okay, let's
Just be quick about it.
Just being around her in the end shut down all of my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do about that? To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place? Never mind. I'll say this first.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Why did the people lock her instead of slaying her? If it's that easy and matter-of-fact to slay her, why is she locked up in the first place? If she was captured by someone, surely they could have also slain her if she's really that bad. Why is this suddenly on me? Anyway. I'll ask this as well.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do want a lot more context. I want to understand. I would want the slay option to be the very, very last thing that I do. When I feel like, okay, I've tried everything and nothing else seems to work. Because I don't know. I don't like it. Just being around her in the end shut down all my organs. Ah, look! Here's my question. Yes, there we go.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because
I'm the chosen
special.
one.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Oh, God.
You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative.
Yes,
Why are
it
you
is.
trying to manipulate us?
I like the voice of the paranoid. I'm siding with the voice of the paranoid right now.
I don't know, I kinda like being special.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is.
Neza found her spirit voice buddy, I guess.
And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job.
I have it in me to be a murderer. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Okay. It's not a very simple situation, but okay.
If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here.
Okay, I will
Like I
slice
said,
this.
if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Thank you for the BT's badge. Hi. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I guess we go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls
You can trust
almost
Chad, though.
featureless. The only
I do
furniture of
trust
note
you.
is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
This is a little bit different.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
Yeah,
There was a door here last time.
good question.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. Yeah, I do want to ask about
You're
that.
right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
What am I supposed to do? You show me a wall with a mirror and then you tell me there is no mirror.
We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Oh god. Yeah, what's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. No, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. I'll ask this.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
No, but like, there's definitely something afoot with paranormal at the very minimum kind of powers, and mirrors have magical properties usually, so there's more to a mirror in this kind of situation, probably, than just looking at myself. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being. Yes, it is.
Very different. He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed
Yeah, there
by
are
the
like
princess.
there are like shadows with eyes in the windows. Indeed, that's creepy. Yeah, it's creepy. You can see there's one. Wait, let me just. There's also one like down here. Ah, wait, you can't see my cursor. Can oh, there you go. There's one down here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
I'm going for the mirror. This is probably gonna be really bad.
Walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Oh god.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
I'm thinking, do we do the, like, just to see what the heck that is? Which most likely I will end up just dead. But do we do the whole blind trust thing? Like, leave the blade, just go in, see what the heck that is. Acknowledge the monster hand, Mr. Hero. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed that this being my cursor, that means that's my hand. I noticed that. I'm debating. maybe not having the knife will start us off on a better note. At least just to get more information, even if we do die at the end. Maybe we get another reset to see other stuff. I feel like I just want to just explore and get more information rather than just jump at the whole okay, I'll free you right now or I'll kill you right now. Both of them feel like just not that satisfactory, I guess.
We should have
Let's
taken
do
the
that
knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper.
Let's see. I'm probably
Cross
killing
over the
myself, it's
threshold
fine.
and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Okay.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
Yeah, they're blinking. You see them? They're blinking. No, I don't really need that. Thank you very much. Goodbye. We're fine.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Once again this line, okay.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Alright, so every choice that I've made already counts in how she feels about me. So I cannot get a clean slate.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down the stairs in silence. I'll talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway.
Yeah, it seems we messed up from the beginning.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge,
Wow,
you
what
find
is
yourself
this?
between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Passive-aggressive narrator rules, I
I wouldn't
guess.
give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Go left, go right, do nothing. Go back the way you came. Go right, if it doesn't
Turn to the
matter.
right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Hello.
I told you I was going to find you.
She looks different. She makes me think of like the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland for some
As
reason.
the princess approaches,
Oh no, no,
your
she looks
legs
different.
suddenly go numb.
There it is again.
Your arms quickly follow.
I like her more than the narrator. At least she's honest, even though she's more dangerous. In a sense, I guess. Yeah. I hear you.
This is it, isn't it?
She seems to be more direct.
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I didn't do anything, I just walked.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins
Ow.
to coagulate.
Ugh.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Nerves. Why? Heart. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Heart. Don't lose sight of your mission. Liver. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Okay. Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation? A really creepy vibe with the heart, lung, liver chant. A little bit. I mean, at least it's keeping us whole for the moment. Man, so many choices. How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends, even. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. And I'm not going to try and kill you. So do your worst. Remain with your nightmare. Okay, let's get out of here. Leave together. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. Leave together. Run. Oof. I do want to explore a bit more. Let me see. Yeah, why won't you finish me off? This could be one. Like, I want to understand her.
And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerve. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop! Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Liver, nerves, heart,
Hmm.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
I think I'll say this one.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Nerves, heart,
Hmm.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
It's not her fault that I can't handle being around her. What does that mean?
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Hey, Kevin. Halloween was a while ago. Eh,
nerves, heart, lungs,
does it have to be Halloween to play this?
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Ah.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver,
I'll ask this one. What happened?
heart, lungs.
I don't expect she'll answer, but maybe.
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
Oh.
Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
Oh, interesting. She couldn't get out of the cabin. It might mean that she really needs my willing cooperation to do that?
I don't think I can leave without you.
Uh-huh.
And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Oh god. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Oh, that's so sweet. She's still kind of cute in her own way. Yeah. If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways? You're a lunatic? Okay, I don't want to say that. How about I just kill you? And what if I refuse to let you out? What happens then? We don't have to be enemies. Okay. Best girl. Oh god.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Huh. What if I refuse to let you out? What happens
So we're
then?
stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Okay.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Or until your heart finally gives out.
Huh. But if she can't leave unless I let her out, then does the world still end? Then she's just stuck in here. Isn't that better? I don't know. I wonder why you had monster hands. Might be related to why you're special. Could be. I don't know. Her eyes remind me of Kirby the elephant. Also, heart, lungs, liver, nerves is quite a bit. It is, right?
And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative. I know. You told me last time. Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid.
I see.
The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
What if there's a way to like stop, well, not stop, but just inhibit my fear of her, or like fight it, or set it aside, or something? Because it makes me think that what's happening to me is just my own reaction of fear. But if I can push beyond that, maybe there's something interesting there. I don't know. People will die if you do to them what you've done to me. And if I let you out, okay, you're...
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, thriving things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
I wish I had an option to ask her, why would you want that? What's wrong? Who hurt you? You know, we could talk. I'll say this one.
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Without love, the truth cannot be seen. She's very hard to love right now. Like, she's not making my mission any easier. Being around you is agony. I'm not going to stick around. Okay. It's interesting that, like, I keep getting new options. I would want to offer to not be enemies, but I don't really like the exact terms in which this option puts it. But it's also an explore thing, so let's just see what she
Glad
says.
you're seeing things my way.
That's it? That's all you're saying? It's interesting that there are two options to leave together. One sounds a little bit more defeatist than the other, I guess. I don't want to say these two. I would want to say this first part, but I don't know about the second. But maybe she'll say something interesting, I don't know. She seems to be running out of interesting things to say.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. That's actually what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
Bright side. I'll just die then, I guess. Leave and leave like a tsundere. Oh, that's the one. You can talk because you're not the one chanting body parts to cling to life. Sure, I'll just die then.
We'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows? But I'm always going to win.
Are you sure about that? Give it enough tries and I'm bound to win eventually. And maybe you don't get to come back like I do. Oh, that's interesting.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me. And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together, hand in hand.
I'm not letting her out. Right. I'm not letting her out. I'll pick this one.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Ew.
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going. You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond. Oh wow, for once I have to read.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Oh god. Okay, what does that mean? The moment of clarity. Okay, I would really appreciate if that were a thing.
Shit. What the hell was that? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Voice of broken, okay. It's the first time I see this route, by the way. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out. No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here.
Oh.
Nobody else can do much of anything.
I don't want to let her out with that kind of thing in mind. No, thank you, Mr. Opportunist. No. How many routes does this game have? Yes. I would assume there... or like it looks like it might be quite branching. Slay the princess or slay queen.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
I don't want to snuff out my heart. More than 10 big roots, but you might end them quite early, okay.
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free.
This is Bea. Bea, your voice of the smitten. I got to the 4th, okay. I tended to finish most as chapter 2. Isn't this 3? I believe I did 2 chapters. I joined Bea as the smitten.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
This is only the 3rd, okay? Wait, does the skeptic talk like Golden Smeagol? I don't know. I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here? What if you don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. I want to ask this. I think they're all wrong.
She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here? What if you don't go to camp? Can you make sense of them? Maybe this
There's
one.
nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
Yeah, I think they are all me. They're different pieces of me. But then the narrator must also be a piece of me, right? In some way.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
the narrator is when you get the realization. I don't know. I feel like in some way it has to be connected, I suppose. Getting back, okay, what if we don't go to the camera? It's stranded. Well, I don't want to, like, really not do anything, but... Ugh. I'll just ask a few more things just to see what they say.
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. It also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions? Interesting
What does
question.
here even mean if you really think about it?
Yes, it's a good question.
Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Reminder, this is a love story. God. If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it. I don't know if I agree necessarily, but let's see what
Don't
they say.
think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
You can fix it. I'm feeling a tinge of false advertisement, not gonna lie. The love story is the story you love along the way. There has to be some story to her. I would like to learn that story. I would want to understand. I feel like maybe what we saw earlier could have been some sort of glimpse or hint at it. But I would like to understand her. And I don't see a way that leads me in that direction much. So that's why I kind of just been like sitting on the fence and not making a decision either way.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers, and they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Well, if these are explore options, I'd be curious to see what they
I don't care
say.
how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
Not enough princess, make up with your alternate personalities instead.
He's worse than her.
What if we don't go? Okay, just as a
Tried
hypothetical.
that. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Our hearts always brought us back to her.
Our hearts has always brought it. I mean, the smitten probably says that because it's the smitten, but maybe there's some substance there. Maybe there's a connection between us and her. Maybe that's why we're special. Because we're not just anyone.
The deck is stacked.
Slay first, ask questions later.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
Let's go.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
No, there is a mirror there. Once again, why are you not mentioning the mirror?
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have
I
a
wanna
chance
know about
it's
that
best
mirror
not to be
now.
Distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
No, there is a mirror. I want to know.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard? Oh yes, I would say.
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
The mirror is so you can look at yourself to confirm that you slay queen.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Let's go to the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
And the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade. You have to take the blade. Interesting that I have options and I can't pick. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? I guess it's take the blade and like viciously take the blade or something. I don't know what the difference is. What's the difference? Is this the one, like, I have a nuance of, well, since there's no other choice, I have to take the blade? Yes, I don't know, let's see.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Yeah.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth.
Oh gosh, she's
You
broken.
see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever. That was so brave.
And closer.
How many arms does she have?
But
Jesus.
forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go.
Becoming cuter and cuter.
Not just me, but you'll get to be there too. A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. Interesting. I don't get to make other choices. That's all I have.
You extend your hand to hers.
We can fix her.
For all her
I doubt
past
it.
cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
The problem fixed itself. I don't know.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Okay. You step towards the mirror. It holds a truth that you must witness.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth.
That non-consensual hand-holding was the mature content the game had warned us about.
I'm ready to sleep.
It's probably mature because of the horror element, right? So I guess Twitch flags it that way for safety, just in case.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh god. Horror? This is a dating sim? I'm going for the cheated route. I hope he doesn't cheat on me. Oh god. It's you. Okay. I guess that was an achievement of sorts. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Oh god, we go to the cabin again. Damn, hero be handsome. We barely saw like 2 circles that were meant to be the eyes, I guess. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh god, wait, I don't want to click accidentally. Eyes are the window to their consciousness, right? It could be. Why are these... See, these are not in italics. What does that mean? What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity, destroy your body. Well, by vessel I think she means she wants to possess me or something. But I would want to approach it more gently. The music is also kind of... I want to ask this first.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Okay. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Okay, what are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Someone describing themselves that way. Oh, God. Oh. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I'm a person. Well, what do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
That was like the most poetic and beautiful exchange so far, and so sad. Like, what the fuck? Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Embrace your inner
Hey,
geek.
thank you so much for the follow. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay, let's just ask these as well. And
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is awaiting Maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed.
This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh wait, now I got even more things to ask, okay. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? What if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? And then okay, make me forget. Interesting. I'll ask all of this, but I guess I'll start with this one.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Aren't you scared?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Top-notch voice. Yes, very good. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
I'm not going back. And okay, make me forget. I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Oh my god, what?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh no. No. The game crashed. The game died. What? It was supposed to crash? Wow, okay. Okay. Alright. It will react if you wait a few days or weeks before launching it again. Really? Interesting.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Wow, okay. 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 Very interesting. That really gave me a scare, but okay. Alright, I guess we're here. No other option to pick. Choices matter even while outside the game. Huh.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Okay. Everything goes dark and you die. Oh god, we're back. We're back at chapter 1.
You're on a path in
Oh
the
my
woods.
god.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We are so back. Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Okay. We've asked all these things. Maybe not all of them. Maybe
Does
this
it?
one.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society. Alright, let's go to the cabin, I guess. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'll skip the blade this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stair.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember.
That was
it for the
different,
rest of
wasn't
your
it?
life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game
Maybe
by
I
coming
was
here
wrong.
unarmed.
I'll say this.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Yeah, I think it's different because probably that's why, because I didn't take the blade.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'm afraid if because I would want to talk, I would want to ask everything that they would allow me to ask. But I'm afraid if I say talk a bit first, it's gonna put her on guard again. So it might lead in the same direction. Talk? I do want to talk very desperately. God. Do what I want. Okay. I'm afraid I'm messing it up.
Okay.
Yeah, see? She already is on guard. So, what's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Okay, let's just take it in order.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Yeah. It's just take it one by one.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. I'll let that a bit later. I'll see this one first.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I think it's very relevant, because it begs the question, how has she survived here?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Ah, so it has a follow-up. But I don't think you're actually dangerous. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right. I'll say this one.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Poof. Deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. I think this is what I said last time as well, but it was in a different context.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Ay. Oh, these options. I'll say this one just to have another interaction.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know. Narrator playing the Monarch card again. Yeah, it's
She
the same
hadn't
line.
even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Zeku. I don't want to retrieve the blade. I don't want to go upstairs to retrieve the blade. I'm also not really on board with these. But yeah, we have to name her first. Makes it easier to kill her if she doesn't have a name. Oh, Zeku. Oh, Bubbles. We can't keep her. This is once again lands like on the fence in the middle. I don't know. I don't want to put you guys through that. Maybe I would say this if I were on my own, just to see where it goes. So I have that, or either this, which is kind of like, I don't know. Let's slay Bubbles. I don't want to slay Bubbles. Oh, Zeku! Oh, you're cute. I have the feeling I will regret it. Let's go in this direction. Let's just see what it does.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Okay. Well, I want to know why.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I'll see this one.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
There it is! There it is!
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay, return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yep, that's the question.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay then. Why did you even need me if you can do this?
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess, slay the princess. Oh god. Well, the whole point is that we wanted to see what happens if we try to, you know, play ball with her. Or, I guess, give her a little bit of trust. I'm not slaying the princess.
Fine.
Sorry.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the
Oh god, now the blade's bloody.
self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Like, the pointer has a bloody blade. It is my first time sitting down with the game, but I guess we did one route already during the stream. I'm not really sure. Maybe someone else can confirm. But we started again from the beginning, so more or less that's what it seemed like. So it seems to be the second.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp,
Oh,
and it takes
Lord.
little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
We did one loop, okay. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that sounds correct. Yeah, I can see why the game is mature. All right, this is fine.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I guess we're down this path already.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay, Mr. Narrator, what are you gonna do?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Yeah, I don't know what to call these things, so thank you, Zeku, for answering, because I don't know anything about the game other than just what I've experienced. So I don't know what how many routes there are, how they're split, what the endings are and stuff. It just, I got the impression from that ending that we're supposed to see and collect in some way various facets of the princess. So I guess depending on our choices, she shows different parts of herself to us or something. That's as much as I can glean right now. Oh lord, so the narrator is making me do it regardless of whatever choice I made. Okay. Yes. Clarity. That's what they called it.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh, this is low. We can collect her hand in this one. Yeah, I'm scrolling, but... Whoa. Yeah. I can warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
I don't want to do this!
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Oh my god. Okay, we
The
resist.
blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
What kind of star choices be like? Yeah.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
You mean the voice of the smitten? Yeah, we met that one.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Wait, let me catch up with what you're already saying. Narrator is taking pleasure in it and he gloating bad bastard. Yeah, Paranoid was keeping us alive in the previous one. In chapter 2, I guess, of the previous route. I don't know. The narrator is trying to spin this as her killing us. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe... I don't know. I'm having too many thoughts that probably don't fit what is happening here. Probably it's more simple than that. That's okay, we'll just see where this goes. Like, we're already on this path, right? I just want to see more. I want to see what happens. I'm starting to believe the narrator is the villain. I definitely have this sense of distrust a lot more towards the narrator than towards the princess. The princess seems like some sort of tortured soul, and I just want to learn more about her. The narrator is like so intent on like, no, this is the only way, you have to follow it, that I feel like questioning him all the time. He's trying to save the world. Yeah, it's very easy to say, I'm here trying to save the world. You have to do what I say. Yeah, it's easy to just say that. Not saying that there isn't any possibility in which he is right. Maybe he actually is. But to blindly believe that is not something that I can arrive at easily. Like, I would need to experience some things, to question them, to see where me questioning them leads, and then to draw that conclusion myself. Exactly, without giving anything. Without giving context. I mean, I guess that's the whole point. How do you react to a situation like this when you don't have context? But yeah.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
The damsel.
You're on
once
a
again.
path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You're here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Hasn't have a cane. No. Yeah, the same choices. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I'll say that.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
There he
If
is.
we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Thank you for the follow, Sweet Lavender Pie. Also, very cute nickname. Very cute.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two
Yes.
very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Harem rude. Ah, your real name is Lavender. You made a nickname when you were 12, so it's... Oh, that's adorable. Oh, that's so nice that it's something that you've kept ever since you were 12. That's cute.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Okay, it's the same answers then.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Smitty intervenes.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestation. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of
Yeah,
if
okay,
it's the
we've
latter,
seen this.
what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about...
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
This word.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Oh. Okay, so I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Yeah, this is a good question. I want to ask her. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the
She
world?
just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement.
Okay, we asked this before. You're being cagey. What
I
aren't
told you
telling me?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate.
Oh, sorry. Oop. I did not mean to do that. Apparently right-click does that.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take...
Okay, we asked this before. I guess we can
Great.
see that's
Now,
all.
if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
I'm curious what the cabin looks like inside now. Let's go. Because last time, the second
warning
time we came, it was
before
different.
you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I still want to know about that mirror. The amount of times people think they're so original when they call me lavatory for... Oh, that's so nasty. I'm so sorry to hear that. The best joke I've ever gotten is that my mother calls me Lavador Retriever whenever she wants my attention. God. The things people come up with. I think your name is absolutely lovely. And the plant that's inspired from is also lovely. That's all there is. So I'm curious if I get to ask about the mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Yeah, I still don't get the thing with the chocolates. Like, I've seen them around now that you mentioned them. Every time I see them, I think of you, Clinton, by the way, because you mentioned them. But at the same time, it's just, why? Don't you have something more intelligent to say? Yeah. Yeah.
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, the door is very different. It's ornate and has all of these things. There's these things hanging on the walls, and somehow the mirror is on top of it, which that doesn't make sense. The windows are like, it's all stone made, right? They're no longer like the what are they called? I don't know what the things are called. In the window, the beams that go vertical and horizontal and stuff. And obviously there are no creepy shadows with eyes in the windows either, like there were last time. So, who's everyone's favorite character so far? I really liked Paranoid. Sorry. I had a vibe there.
There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Okay, why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. I will approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Smitten is just Argenti at home.
This really isn't funny.
Clinton. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin
Yeah.
wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know.
We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Yes, it is
Very
different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Okay, we're not taking the blade this time either.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear the
Oh,
wedding
God.
bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and
Oh!
lock eyes with the princess.
Her
There's a
clothes are
heavy
different.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
And she has like something on her head as well.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Rescue the princess. Okay, so we don't really have other options to be mean to her, and I guess I'll ask some of these. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Wow, that clears it up. Okay.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
Yeah, I would
She
want
is
to know
our
too,
beloved,
Clinton.
And she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? Yeah.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Alright, so no, I don't want the world to end. I have no feeling one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought the slow and painful ruin to all of them. No, I guess I wouldn't want the world to end, but it depends. Also, like, I feel like, is this a literal meaning or some sort of metaphorical meaning of ending the world? Oh no, she ended it now. Oh god.
Then I didn't end the world.
See?
Oh, sorry. Ah, right click by mistake.
Not so sure.
I didn't bring a knife.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Well, I don't have that option. So I guess I'll just say this just to see what she says to it, and then...
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah.
That's because she's perfect.
Ah.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Okay, I guess we
No.
rescue her.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Smitten spitting. Yes.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Oh
I
god.
can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
The power of love. Yeah, I am bracing myself for what's coming after this.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do? We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. I'll ask her, I guess.
Let
what
me
she wants
guess.
to do.
End
Wedding.
the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
I'm bracing for it.
Princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Oh god. Oh god.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay, I was expecting something worse. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
She says it with so much, I don't know, cheerfulness in her voice.
I just want to make you happy.
Huh. There must be something you want. But what do you want? The meme. But what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. The music is doing something there. At least she says so. I don't know. Wait, I want you to make me unhappy? What option is that, dude? But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I'll say this one.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Oh god. Like, she keeps changing, like, details of how she's drawn, keep going away, and she's like turning into simpler shapes or something, and the music is derailing, and oh my god, what is happening? Yes, I can hear the music. There must be something.
I just want to make you happy.
Yeah, see? Like, the details of how she's drawn just keep getting taken away. That's very interesting. Okay, clearly something is happening here and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt and we just figure out a way to be happy together. Yeah, that's the standing still option again. But what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh, the hands again. Oh god. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match.
Can we turn her into a cat girl?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. I don't know what this means.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Okay. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Yeah, it is a little bit different, isn't it? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Oh god. Oh, so many options! What? I don't know which one! I definitely want to ask something. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. Oh, I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. Oh yeah, this one. I like this one.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
See, this one is italic again. What's the difference? I don't get it. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? That's a little bit pushy and rude. Are you the same being as you were before? Okay, what does it feel? I'll ask this one.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Okay, that's not that interesting. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Oh. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? Interesting difference between the two. What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Enough with all of this pretension. You're not actually saying anything. Okay, I don't want to say that one. I'll say this.
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
This doesn't feel right for some reason. I'll say the why one. That's more interesting, I think.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Interesting.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Can we date this thing? It's been kind to us. Okay, let's ask this.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. What should I bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I'd argue this route has a lot more interesting branches. You will be able to read them after reaching the end. Okay. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can give me a single straight answer. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow. Okay, this is good, huh?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't feel like saying this one or this or that. So I guess options are: I'm ready to go back, attack the entity, destroy your body. I don't know. What does this mean?
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay. Alright. Bring the deconstructed damsel to her.
You're on a
Okay.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin...
Alright. I guess we've seen 2 of them. I have no idea what I just did. Maybe I missed something important, or I don't know. But I can try to have a look into what the options are and what would be interesting to explore next time without spoiling myself too much in terms of what choices need to be made. Yeah, it's okay, but for tonight I think this will be it because we are at the limit of the time box, so I think that's fine. I don't know if making a save is needed, but I just did it just in case. So yeah, this will be it for now. Well, I planned 2, right? And I did it based on your recommendation that it will probably be around that. So we do it next time as well. Yeah. Was fun, interesting story. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the second one didn't really bring out, as much substance as the first one for some reason. It was weird. She was like, I'll do anything that makes you happy. Okay, but what do you want? What do you want, woman? The first route was among the longest. The second was very short. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. They fit nicely into the time for the stream, so at least there's that. Yeah, so I will try to look into it just a little bit as a general guide, but without spoiling the choices too much to see what we can do next time. She seemed to be reacting to you every time. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the deconstructed thing, because she just kept losing. The more I said things that I wanted to know what she wanted or what would make her happy, she kept losing nuance. I don't know what that means. It is all a single playthrough. The order of the routes doesn't matter that much. Yeah, okay. You picked a blade. She was hostile. You were nice to her. She was friendly. Yeah, okay, that part I understand. But I feel like we got to learn more about her when she was hostile than when she was nice. I feel like I don't know. It didn't really give me much glimpse into her and what happened to her. But yeah, I guess we'll see where we go next time. Yeah, for now, thank you so much for joining me. Hope this has been entertaining. I had no idea what I was doing. Really went into it mostly blind, just having seen the trailer, and that's it. Know nothing about the routes or the way things branch out or anything. But I'll try to gain a little bit more knowledge for next time. Maybe that guides us a little bit into what we're exploring. Good night, Slay. Oh. Thank you, Bea. I was doing amazing. Oh god, I don't know. Is the best way to do it? Yeah, I mean, I assume that's what you would have wanted me to do, so I tried my best. Okay, it's good to have it be my playthrough. Okay, so you don't mind that I'm stumbling in the dark, not knowing where I'm going. We can see different routes after the end. Okay, fine. Then we can do it that way as well. Since the game that's what you said, and it basically was confirmed in one of the questions that the game doesn't allow you to repeat endings anyway. So next time we got a killer. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, no, it's just that allocated 2 streams for it, right? So I would want to make it interesting and show interesting part and not leave you with a sense of like, oh, we could have done so much more about it, right? That's why I kind of would have leaned towards trying to be more informed next time. But if you think it's more interesting to just not do that, I'm totally fine with just jumping in blind again and then trying other options. I guess we can try the fully hostile version as well, see where that leads. And yeah, whatever else we have time for next time. I think it was only this long because we took time to settle into the way it works the first round. Yeah, that one was pretty long. Yeah. It's also because of me. Not being very decisive about things. So, yeah. Okay. Right. Then, yeah, let's see where next time leads us. It will go quicker. Okay, so then let's see however much we can cover next time, and hopefully we manage to find a satisfying point to leave it, so that we can play Birth on the Christmas stream the week after. So we will get the end. Okay. I trust you, Zeku. Then I will not research anything, and we just go into it and see what we can do. We can. I was just thinking to, you know, since it's gonna be you know, Christmassy, maybe to have something specific for it, but if we get to that point, we can also do that. Alrighty. Cool cats. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, for now, night. Thank you so much for joining. It has been a blast, and yeah, see you Thursday with more of this. Take care. Bye-bye.